Now, a little bit different than the tools from the command line and the GUI. I'm going to talk a little bit about, of course, cloud storage that's become very popular in recent years. Examples of this would be Google Drive, Box, Dropbox, and then if you know how to integrate your applications with them, Amazon S3, and then Apple, Microsoft, and additional companies have cloud storage options for you. With these, most of them provide some sort of web or desktop GUI so that you can remotely access your files. The performance is highly dependent upon the cloud vendor and specifications. In some regards, you get what you pay for, or in those that have commercial vendors that are free, they have some reason that they believe there's value in providing that data to you at no cost or at some maybe what some might consider a hidden cost. Most of them have poor Linux cluster integration at this time, or no official Linux integration at this time. You can download the clients for your Mac or for your PC laptop, but there's not a Linux native client for the majority of those, unfortunately. So it can be a great way to share files between your experimental equipment and your individual labs if you can get it on a Mac or a PC. But right now, unfortunately, you're typically going to go back and use some of those other FTP clients we talked about to move things in and out of the cluster. But stay tuned. Hopefully that will change in the near future so that your Google Drive can be mounted on a scientific compute cluster. Now, that said, that's back to some of the performance. A lot of the consumer users that we all might be at home when we use Google Drive or Dropbox have a very different performance consideration in terms of trying to run an analysis on that data. If you're storing a Word document and you are simply moving that in and out and sharing the Word document, that's going to be significantly less computationally intensive than a data file that you're either creating with a dynamic simulation or that you're trying to process, edit, or post-process for some reason. So understand that while some of these may be high capacity and have great sharing mechanisms, they may not necessarily have the performance you need if you're doing truly data intensive things that have high IOPS, right, which so we have some sort of a IO operation per second. And if we're doing a lot of network transfers in and out or moving them on a regular basis. So just be careful and look at the costs, the performance, in addition to just kind of raw capacity that some of these systems may provide.